For this year of 2023, I have seen a total of 127 new movies, so narrowing them down to my top 10 was tough, but I'm very satisfied with my list. Altogether, this has been a pretty decent year for movies, and I have a unique list of 10 films that I can guarantee no one else has in the same order. Despite the labor dispute the studios had with the writers and actors strike, as well as the superhero movie genre seeming to lose almost all of its steam, I'm still very optimistic with the type of films that are being made and look forward to seeing what the film industry has to offer in 2024. Before I get to my top 10, I'll go ahead right now and list off some honorable mentions. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Infinity Pool, The Killer, Landscape with Invisible Hand, The Royal Hotel, Poor Things. And now with all that, here are my official top 10 movies of 2023. Number 10. Theater Camp. This was easily one of the funniest movies of the year, being a great satire and tribute to actual theater kids. I wasn't a theater kid myself, but I really enjoyed this and loved how it had a great message without being preachy. Number 9. They Cloned Tyrone. This was a really solid hit on Netflix, starring John Boyega, Jamie Foxx, and Teyonah Parris. It's obviously heavily influenced by Jordan Peele, although I think it was actually better and had more to say than his last two movies. Number 8. 1001. This movie was a really solid drama set during the mid-90s to the mid-2000s about a young mother trying to raise her son in New York City. Unfortunately, it was mostly overlooked, but it's actually really good with an amazing lead performance from singer and actress Teyana Taylor. Number 7. Missing. This Screen Life movie was mostly ignored because it came out early in the year in January, but it was honestly a really good mystery thriller. It's a sequel to the 2018 film Searching and fortunately found a much bigger audience when it streamed on Netflix later in the year. Number 6. Saltburn. This suspense thriller is really messed up and raw in almost all the best ways possible. It's honestly the type of movie I will never forget, and it also has a really wild lead performance from Irish actor Barry Keoghan. Number 5. Blackberry. This was a mostly fictional telling of the true story of how popular cell phone company Blackberry became so popular. It's a really funny and sometimes intense tech film that reminded me of other tech movies such as Pirates of Silicon Valley, as well as The Social Network. Number 4. Thanksgiving. This movie originated as a trailer for a fake film by director Eli Roth in the 2007 movie Grindhouse. The 16-year wait was well worth it because this was a fun throwback slasher that worked in almost every way. Number 3. The Holdovers. Here's a film set in 1970 around Christmas about a crotchety boarding school teacher who has to look after a troubled student who has nowhere to go during the holiday break. It's a really good and sweet movie starring Paul Giamatti and newcomer Dominic Sessa. Number 2. To Catch a Killer. This movie may not have the most original title, originally being called the much better name Misanthrope, but it was a severely underrated film. It stars Shailene Woodley in a very impressive emotional performance, and is easily one of the best crime thrillers I've seen in years. Number 1. American Fiction. This film is about a middle-aged black author who is frustrated with the industry, so he writes a stereotypical ghetto book under a pseudonym as a gag, but he is stunned when it becomes a best-selling hit. Starring underrated actor Jeffrey Wright, this movie is one of the best modern satires I've ever seen, and it has a lot of unique things to say about modern society. Well, that was my top 10 movies of 2023. Let me know your own top movies from the past year in the comments. If you want to follow me and check out my movie reviews, go ahead and subscribe right here.